And of course, this international clothing firm are now the official sponsors of the Donegal senior football team. They, like everyone else in the county, are hoping the team will produce a performance that's a cut above the rest. Immediately after the semi-final, the factory selected the cloth for the team, shaped, stitched and pressed it in preparation for the big day. Over 30 members of the squad had to be fitted, and then the end result. There's no doubt Captain Anthony Malloy and Martin McHugh will look well, but more importantly, they'll need a performance to suit the occasion.
Yeah, well, we really believe that we're good enough to win the All-Ireland, and it's an important thing to have self-belief. And I mean, all the Ulster counties that are playing against us know that what we are capable of. Sometimes maybe we don't turn that on, but this year, like, our second half performance against Derry was as good as probably we've seen in Ulster for a long time. And if we're capable of turning that on, which we are doing, and as you say yourself, the pressure is off us now, and we're very hopeful.
You know, it's everybody's dream, you know, to play in an All-Ireland final, like, you know, and that's what we've trained for, like, and played for down the years, like, and that dream now is turned into reality. And as I say, like, hopefully things will go well for us on the day.
The hype, the support, incredible. Changed times. After defeat by Dublin in the National League in April, Donegal struggled for sponsors for the championship. Success opens many doors.
We're coming into the winter now. We all know that times are difficult from an economic point of view all over Ireland. This just gives Donegal a tremendous boost. I think of it a little bit like last summer we had a tremendous number of Italians here in Ireland who had come to Ireland on the strength of Ireland's successes in the World Cup in Italy the previous year. And I think this is a very similar thing for Donegal.
Memories then of Pecky Bonner and the World Cup, but it's only the World Cup. Up in Donegal, the Sam Maguires, more important than that.
Hanson goes through him. This is Brian Mullins, and it's another goal! Another goal for Dublin!
Brian Mullins of Dublin, one of the all-time greats of the game. Along with the present Dublin manager Paddy Cullen, Mullin was involved in some memorable All-Ireland finals in the 70s and 80s. Now he's a teacher. To be more precise, he's principal of the community school in Carndonagh, in the heart of Donegal.
I sense that there's a great satisfaction that the team are actually playing in the All-Ireland. Now, about winning it is a different thing. I believe that while if Donegal don't win it, people here would be disappointed, but they're still very happy to have got this far.
Mullins himself has 4 All-Ireland medals, and he thinks anything can happen on Sunday.
All-Irelands are very, very unpredictable matches, you know. And in general, they're not great football matches. They're just, it's the sense of occasion that people remember rather than the actual football that's played in it. I intend to be there on Sunday, but sure, hopefully we will, and hopefully we see a good match, and hopefully the best team will win.
It was interrupted by many handshakes and words of encouragement. In the build-up to the final, it's been a constant barrage of interviews and requests for tickets. But now the moment is almost upon Donegal, and McAniff can't wait.
Well, you know, it's 31 years since the first game against Armagh in the National League, and that's a long time, 20 years as a manager. It's all behind us. We have our training complete. We know exactly what we have to do. We know the magnitude of our task, but we're very confident that we can cope with all.
McAniff knows that Donegal are outsiders, but he believes his team are very capable of beating Dublin. His squad has no fear of Croke Park, and he's full of confidence.
Well, I think the people in Ulster know that we have the capacity to do it, and they have belief in this side. They showed a great character in though that we didn't play well against Mayo. We kept motoring. The same thing against Derry in the second half, and into the wind with 14 men. There is an extra spark in Donegal this year. We found it after the Dublin defeat in Breffni when we trained the following night in Donegal town, and it hasn't left us since.
Part of it, so it is. It's nice the lead up and stuff like that. I get it at home there in Donegal. They all want to get a piece, and rightly so. But on the big day, it'll be a different story. So, you know, it's all fun and games now. Have to get their bit.
Jack, you, of course, are opponents on the football field, but colleagues in uniform in the Kevin Street district here.
That's correct, Michael. We've been in the same district here in the A district for the past 6-7 years now, so we know each other fairly well.
Brian, you play your football in Dublin, so obviously yourself and Jack come across each other quite a lot in club football.
That's right, Michael. I joined civil service here in '88, and ever since then now we've come up against Jack, come up against various other players there in the Dublin team, so we know quite a lot about them at the moment.
There are, in fact, quite a few inter-county footballers in this district.
Oh, there are, yeah. And there has been a lot of inter-county players that has come through this district as well, like, you know. John Newton was here as well, he plays with Roscommon. Various other fellas have come through, so it has a good football reputation, so it has the A district. All boiled down to a small little man here in this district, but we're not name him anyway.
Well, Jack, would you be less inclined going in to a 50-50 tackle to be less committed if it's against somebody that you actually know quite well?
I certainly don't think so. You're not worried about who you're colliding with. You're thinking about the ball, and that's your main aim. So if you run into somebody, you don't look up to see who it is.
Well, Jack, whoever wins this year's All-Ireland, it's still going to be a proud thing for the Kevin Street district here in the Garda Síochána. And there's going to be an All-Ireland medal for John's opposite number, Gary Walsh.
Yeah, and it would give me great delight if he does. It's a tremendous occasion for him. I've actually watched Gary's progress, and I think this year now he's developed into a tremendous goalkeeper. He's got a lot of composure, and he dominates the defence, and he looks the business at the moment.